BUNZY'S blog! Hurrah!
I've recently been asked, why do I collect video games for the Nintendo Wii? Now, a lot of people collect for a lot of different systems. Loads of people collect for the original NES and for the Super Nintendo. Few people collect for the Mega Drive. Some people collect for the PlayStation systems 1, 2, 3 and 4 and the Xbox One and blah 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 blah. Now, some systems, the more retro systems, are very, very expensive to collect for, and there's some that I would love to collect for. I'd love to collect for the NES, and I'd love to collect for the Sega Mega Drive or the Genesis if you're in America. But, the price of these games is massive. However, when those systems first went out, stopped being popular, that's what I mean, the prices went through the floor. So you could pick up NES games for like nothing. A bit like with Atari games, you could pick them up for absolutely nothing. In fact, Atari buried a load in a landfill site. Look into the whole E.T. game thing, which some people say crashed the video game industry. I don't think it did. I think there was a lot of games that Atari brought out that were absolute crap, and also I think people would sort of felt like video games back then in the early 80s were kind of a fad and they weren't going to carry on, and a lot of people had bought all these games and had just got bored of playing the same sort of dotty games. So it wasn't until the NES came out and that sort of, saved video games. But coming back to the question, why do I collect for the Nintendo Wii? Well, the first reason I collect for the Nintendo Wii is I liked the Nintendo Wii. It was different to any other video game system that came out, and really most systems that have been out recently. The Xbox 360 and the PS3 both sort of then jumped on the bandwagon of motion controls and stuff like that. And, they brought out the Kinect for the Xbox 360, and of course they brought out the Move for the PlayStation. But, I don't think anyone did it as well as Nintendo did it originally, and then they brought out the Wii Motion Plus. But they also brought out a load of peripherals for the Nintendo Wii that, just haven't... There's no other system that does it. I mean, they brought out the Wii Balance Board, which is, sort of plasticky board that you could stand on, and you could do so many different games. Obviously, you could do sort of snowboarding games on it. You could do, skateboarding, surfing. But you could also do really weird things, like you could do basically fitness training on it. There's even a game called Nutrition Matters. Weird games came out, like Wii Fitness and things like that. And there's no other system that has these strange games. The reason I've started collecting for the Wii recently is because no one's collecting for it. And if no one's interested in a system, and no one's interested in the Wii at the moment, if no one's interested in it at all, guess what happens? The price goes down. And recently, I've probably bought 100, maybe 200 Wii games, and I have literally paid nothing for them. Hardly anything at all. Now, if you collect for the NES, you'll be hard-pressed to get a game for less than, $5. They're pretty expensive now. Whereas if you collect for the Wii, sometimes you can get free games for like £1. Yeah, Game UK, they're selling off a load of their games. In the sales, some of them are kind of like 50p each. Buy two, get one free. It's a no-brainer, isn't it? So I'm picking up huge amounts of games for hardly any money. And trust me, the Nintendo Wii is going to have a resurgence in game prices, and it's going to go through the roof eventually. Now, the Wii was one of the most popular consoles ever. There's no denying that. The trouble is, I think it was a very family-orientated console. It wasn't really aimed at hardcore gamers. However, those kids who were young when the Wii came out are starting to grow up, and I guarantee within the next 5 to 10 years, they're going to look back on the Wii with great fondness and nostalgia and go, I'd really love to get Wii Fitness again. I'd really like to play Wii Sports and Wii Sports Bowling again. Or tennis, or golf, or Super Mario Galaxy, or Super Mario Galaxy 2, or the Zelda, Twilight Princess. All of those, I'd really like to play them again. And guess what? That's when prices are going to go through the roof. So if you're thinking of game collecting, I suggest to you, start with the Nintendo Wii and start now. Don't say I didn't warn you, because the prices are going to go up. Cheers. Bye.